We are back for a little whining session. How's everybody doing? Who'll be here? Roll call. Why isn't it? Oh, there it is. Howdy doody. It has been quite the week, man. Sometimes it just stresses me out to even take time off just because of the shit that'll be waiting right around the corner. This week has been rough. But finally caught up with everything. It's gonna be a busy next couple of weeks in general, but this week was playing catch up was the hard part, man. What's up, Christian? Hope the stream does good for you. I know you're enjoying the boys so far. What's your favorite thing that has happened in the new season? Or things that haven't worked so far this season? For me, is the Frenchie stuff. I will say I think the Frenchie and the Kimiko stuff feels like a little out of left field. Like, mostly like the like, I love you, but don't, not like that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know. I felt like we were building up a different direction. Not sure why they shifted away. Thought that was weird. And the storylines, you know, definitely seem to be like unrelated to what's actually going on. But, you know, I don't dislike any of it. Favorite thing that's happened so far? Ooh, I don't know, man. I'm not too sure. That is kind of a tough one, man. I got probably have to go with you know, the scene with Butcher and Ryan where they're both opening up to each other. This is not like a huge thing. I mean, it is for the characters, but when he's being open and honest with him, I thought that was wonderfully touching. And then just every tiny bit of Homelander's downward spiral, I definitely am here for. I feel like Sam is the one who is in the black noir suit, but it's my opinion. But who do you believe is in the black suit? Well, I mean, the actor that is talking and the actor that is in the suit is actually the same actor who was in the suit for the original black noir. But it doesn't sound like Sam. Like, it just sounds like they actually hired an actor. Like, it doesn't sound like Sam. He doesn't act like Sam. So I don't think it's Sam. That's kind of where I'm at on it. But I just think it's some random ass actor that they hired for right now. Witness me. You have been witnessed, Cole. What's up, Elizabeth? How's the day going? Hope one day you can do a reaction on Attic from Has-Been Hotel. I will. I will. I don't know when, but I promise I will. I do plan on it. But today's doing pretty good. I've been up. When did I wake up? I woke up at like 3. No, I woke up at. Wait, when did I wake up? I think I woke up at 4 a.m. To watch Doctor Who and edit it, because I was just, my schedule's fucked up right now. So I did that. Then edited the boys episode that went out. I had already had Superman ready, but I wanted to schedule everything out so it wasn't just like a shotgun kind of thing, or make sure everybody got the notifications and stuff like that. So I had it kind of delayed out. I thought at this point it makes sense just to release it on Saturday since the new episode's coming out tonight anyway. That's pretty much the gist of it. As far as anything fun happening, I mean, last weekend when I was away, it was D&D weekend retreat with the boys. Had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Jack Quaid in The Boys and Superman at the same time. Yeah, it is a little, it's starting to be like when I hear him talking The Boys, like I'm picturing Superman in my head now. It's kind of interesting how that happens. Zamora, I've never caught any of these before. What's the gist of them? Love the channel, binge your stuff at work. What do you do for work? Don't get in trouble. But I appreciate the commitment. I mean, we just kind of hang out. I usually have some wine and or whiskey, something to give me a kick. And I just read chat. I don't have any set topics or anything like that. I just, whatever happens, happens. Whatever we talk about, we talk about. You guys got questions, I read them, and we just kind of play it, you know, just off the cuff like that. Usually try to do it every Saturday, but things happen, whether I'm on vacation or I'm sick or something comes up. But generally speaking, we try to do it every Saturday. What's up, Smigsley? How are you? What's up, Logan? Man, I hate when free time makes you stress and you worry about future things. That's when I nap. Yeah, it definitely does suck. You know, when you're like, oh shit, I only have this much time. You spend your time away worrying about the things that are coming up around the corner and not so much what you're actively doing. I didn't run into that too much. Like when I was away, I was checked out. I wasn't really concerned with a lot of the stuff. It's just once I got back, playing catch up with the shows that were newly coming on, you know, the usual weekly stuff. That was one thing, but then catching up on the shows that I couldn't have done ahead of time, like Superman and Doctor Who, that was a little rough. On top of 3 episodes of The Boys dropping this week, and we have House of the Dragon tomorrow. I got pretty much something every day of the week, so it's fun. I mean, I love it. I'm not going to complain too much about it. Like, but if this was like the only thing I did, it probably wouldn't be as bad. But we are understaffed on my day job now, so a lot of what I usually would do during the day has been taken up with other stuff now. So, whoops, responsibilities. Unfortunately, kicking my ass. Let's see. What's up, Renan? Me. Oh, Frenchie's with a guy now. Cool. Hey, what month is it? Funny point. Fair enough. Christian, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Love the Doctor Who reaction. Still holding out hope that Mrs. Flood is Susan, but who knows at this point. I don't know, man. I don't know if she said some suspicious stuff like we talked about on Twitter that kind of point to maybe she's a Time Lord trying to be in hiding, but she also could very well be a harbinger. But well, I mean, yeah, I doubt that. I very much so doubt that. She is very much so acting a little suspicious though. But it could just be a red herring. What's up, D. Cole? How are you? Is it me, or is the song in the background like Hell of a Boss, You Will Be Okay from Stolas? No, it is. It is a lo-fi remix of You'll Be Okay. Doctor Who was crazy. Who do you think Ruby's mom and Mrs. Flood could be? I'm betting one of them is the Doctor's granddaughter. I was hoping the mom would be, and it would be interesting if she somehow became one of the gods. I don't know how you would explain that. You very well could. But I don't know. But I do think Ruby's mother is the mother. You know, Sutek is the father, god of death. They mentioned the mother, but didn't say what they were the god of. And her memory alters, changes, shifts when it's a deadlocked or a time-locked moment. I feel like maybe, I don't know, death and time kind of go hand in hand. So I was like, I think her mother is the mother of these gods. That's my guess. It very well could be Susan though, but I think if anybody's going to be Susan at this point, it's probably going to be Flood. Some good vibes. How are you doing? Question, have you ever heard of the Postal series of games? If not, all I'll say is it makes Has-Been and Helluva look like Nick Jr. cartoon. I mean, I've heard of them, but I've never been interested in playing any of them. Sam was in the trailer, but it was probably just some random super strong guy. Yeah, Sam was in the trailer, and so was, why am I blanking on her name? Mind control chick. I don't remember her name right now. But both of them were in there. The two that left, the two that sided with Vought. Kate, thank you. Yeah, both of them were in the trailer, but I don't know. What's up? How are the cats? Everybody's doing pretty good. Everybody's doing pretty good. No issues so much. We're gonna be starting our rounds of fixins on the kittens, starting on the 1st, so that's the next order of business. Like in The Boys Season 4, just feel like it's a bit more scattershot than usual. Everyone has their own side plot, and most are just fine to me. I want that group stuff more. Still enjoy it, though. I kind of get that. I get that a little bit. Even so, even despite it feeling a little more disjointed, I just find it more, I don't know, appealing than I did last season for whatever reason. What's up? Hello from Sweden. This is one awesome channel. Well, thank you, Spuxton. I probably did not say that right, but thank you so much. Any updates on Superman and Lois? I mean, nothing new. No, not really. Try to watch The Boys Season 4, but it isn't catching my attention anymore. That's fair enough. I was feeling like that last season, but it's kind of got me back. Gen V really helped with that. Why I think that stake on the table was the thing that Maeve used to stab Homelander in the brain when they fought at the end of Season 3, and that's why Homelander is tripping out to the mirror. I mean, he was doing that before the end of Season 3. This isn't the first time he's done the mirror trip out. This is the second time that I can remember, and that was long before the finale. That's not new. I think, and I talked about this in my reaction, I was like, I'm pretty sure that because she's super smart, she lobotomizes herself so that she can relax her brain. She's a soup, so she's got crazy-ass healing. That's probably her way of getting drunk or relaxing or not overthinking and just enjoying her off time. I think she just did it to herself. That's all I'm thinking about there. I think it's cool that Starlight can fly now. She can, not that good, but she's practicing. She's getting better. To answer your question, I work on the corner of an Amazon facility, and they let me watch stuff. No problem. Earbuds, all that. Hell yeah, that works out at least. That Agent Shield episode had my jaw dropped. That it did. That was just a wild two-parter in general. There was the finale was just anxiety-inducing. Just rewatched Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Pearl for the first time in years. Good time, just a bit long. I don't know when the last time I actually just sat down and watched the movie. I've watched a lot of people react to it over the last couple of years, but I don't know the last time I just sat down and watched the film. Also, to my knowledge, the only game series where you can pick the main character's voice that isn't an RPG. Interesting. Okay. Last week, I started watching Invincible. I really love it. I do too. It's such a nice, refreshing change of pace. I think it so easily could be compared to The Boys just because they're both mature. But where The Boys is a satire, Invincible is literally just a coming-of-age story where it takes the superheroing extremely realistic. To the point where, yes, sometimes because they have powers, graphic things would happen because of the fights that they get into. Like, it doesn't shy away from the dirty stuff that a lot of comic book stuff tend to get away from it. But at the end of the day, it's hopeful. There's a heart to it. It feels really, really human, and I like that a lot. Whereas The Boys is very much so very cynical. Have all my final exams next week. Studying is all I can do at the moment. Well, good luck. I hope you kick their asses. Succeed. Life is rough out here. It's either work a job where you feel bleh because work in itself is mind-numbing. Then when I'm off, I feel weird because free time, just watch stuff to keep mind stimulated. It's kind of what I do too, man. That's kind of... Sometimes, like, trying to, like, go out and plan a trip or anything like that can be its own level of stress, and you're just like, I'm just going to, like, fucking just melt my brain off when I'm not relaxing or whatever. Have people ever mentioned Mr. Robot to you? Yeah, it's been suggested a time or two. It's on our poll list for TV shows. I think it'd be right up your alley. All just depends on when you have a free slot for a TV show. So, in the next 10 years, imagine. At this rate, that's not too far off. Well, no, we'll be done with The Bear, I think, before the year's up. So, well, maybe not the year's up. Maybe at the start of the new year, but... I mean, we won't be spending... The Bear's relatively short, so we'll probably plow through that pretty easily. But, like, as far as, like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., yeah, we're going to be locked into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Has that slot locked in for probably 2.5 years still. What's up, that has-been girl? How are you? I like that Teen Titans Go style Alistair. I thought that was like an Alistair'd out Raven for a second. What's up, horse lover? How are you? Happy Saturday, right back at you. What's up, Ginger? Enjoying the weekend so far? I don't know if I could say enjoying it. I'm glad to not be working the day job on these days, but it's still, the channel keeps me busy, man. I think, though, this next week should be a lot simpler because I'm not playing catch-up on anything from the previous week, and I'm not getting shotgunned in the face by Amazon and their stupid 3-episode drops. On top of that, the thing that really screwed me over this time around was they changed the release time to 3 in the morning instead of 8 p.m. Normally, East Coast, it's Thursday nights at 8 p.m. is when new episodes came out, and that would have been perfectly fine with how things were going on, but they decided not to do that. Let's see. It's also the only time they've ever done a 3 a.m. drop since they've been doing shows that I can recall. Also started watching Fallout this Thursday. Really good so far. How far are you at the moment? Now that you're watching The Bear, make sure you eat each time the show makes you very hungry. That's gonna be really hard to do considering most of the time I'm recording new episodes. I do it at night. And yeah, so I almost always get like these strong late night cravings, whether I'm doing a movie reaction or watching a show. It's almost a guarantee something's going to make me hungry, and this show is going to really ruin me. I just feel it. Like when I was talking about in the reaction, at least I can feel better about this than when I was watching Hannibal, because he made that human meat look real good. I can't wait to watch more of it, though. Do you like the villain designs in My Adventures with Superman? I do. Not all of them stand out enough. Some of them just look very generic, like Damage and, you know, some of the other random members of the Suicide Squad, but I love their Deathstroke design. I really like that, and Atomic Skull looked wicked as all hell. I like Superman's attire. I like the Lex get-up so far. You know, it's kind of hit or miss. Parasite was pretty wicked, but yeah, some of them I like, some of them do feel a little generic, but it's just, I don't know, it doesn't really bother me all that much. Just started The Bear around the time you did, coincidentally. Seen the first 4 so far, really good. I like that it keeps moving, like it always feels kind of frantic. That's good to hear, because I mean, I would expect it to, because I mean, the life working in a kitchen, man, that is the definition right there. That is the defining descriptor, I would say, is frantic. Always having to keep things stocked up, ready to go, plates are moving, things on the grill, things moving, just cotton up, stocking and blah, 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 dishing it out. You know, yeah. I think it would be, I think frantic is a very good descriptor for a show about people working in a kitchen. What's up, D. Cole? How's your day going? How is everything? I think I answered that one already by the time you were here, but I mean, the day's doing pretty good so far. After this, I will do a hard stop at 6:30. We'll be aiming for 6. We'll see if it happens, but I'm actually going to have to eat and then try to get some sleep before Superman comes out tonight. Who would win, Puss in Boots or Superman? With all the lantern rings and Thanos' severed hand, Coulson's gun he used on Loki. Obviously, Puss in Boots. What? Dude, Puss would just get annihilated. Why are you doing this to my boy? I mean, they're both my boy, but like, it's not even a fight. That dumbass cat would get destroyed. He would just get, at that point, he's just a cat. He's not even a cat. He's an ant. He is less than an ant. What do you think about Doctor Who venturing into God territory and not just aliens? I mean, they've dabbled with it before. It's just a lot of these characters have existed since the beginning of Doctor Who. They just have these new titles, this deeper understanding of how they fit into the the inner workings of the world. I do find it interesting to hear the Doctor actually refer to them as gods, though. I think that's interesting, but I think that part of that comes with this shift and the leftover effects of what 14 did. But I don't know, because I mean, Suktat they're not new. The Trickster's not new. The Toymaker's not new. They've been around since the classic series. So, I mean, they are, in essence, aliens who have kind of transcended. Well, not the Toymaker. He's always been a trans-dimensional being, but I mean, on some level, some of them always have been. I don't know. It's really interesting. It's like, because like things in Doctor Who can be very muddled with what they are or mean sometimes. An alien, a god, sometimes they're just the same thing. But the Beast got mentioned as well, too, which was kind of cool. Loving New Who. Who's back, baby? Yes, it is. I was whatever on Space Babies, man, but every episode after that has been fucking awesome. Like, overall, like, sure, there's been a little issue here and there, but nothing reality breaking or world shattering. Like, I've been thoroughly loving this season so far. Favorite season of The Boys so far, mine was the Naked Guy multiplier fight. It was whack and fun, plus MM and Frenchie getting to be front and center in some action was nice to see. I do have to agree with that. I like seeing them kind of take a little bit more of a leading stance, especially with MM running the team and stuff. I really like him. I like him a lot as a CEO. It's really interesting seeing how he runs the team and how it's different from Butcher. And also, putting Butcher by himself leaves him a lot more time to have to reflect on his choices and his actions. So that's also something I really like to see about it. We got multiple parts here. I think the idea for a new DCU will cause it to sink before it swims. Again, it's just a convoluted comic book explanation that some people on the internet will say will work, but I don't think so. Whenever people bring up legitimate concerns about the overall convoluted ideas and how they want to execute it, some people say, how did you follow Arrowverse? Simple, because they took small steps into crazy territory. They only started to tackle the same actors, playing different versions at the end of their 4th year. And doing that, it feels like the new 52 all over again. Phrases are not previous DC actors playing other characters, as that's just another actor playing a previous version. Again, they took small steps into it. I mean, it's fair to have your concerns. And, I do think that they are kind of getting ahead of themselves with all these plans, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Speaking of cats, one of my cats gave birth to 4 kittens last week. Hell yeah. I love our little 6, man. They're all too adorable for me to get rid of, though. And, it's hurting my wallet. Kimiko is such a cutie. I have the hots for her. Likewise. Like, God, when she smiles, I melt. Question, did you watch the Summer Game Fest? If yes, what games are you looking forward to? Personally, I'm excited for the Street Fighter 6 DLC and the Power Rangers Beat 'em Up Phantom Blade Zero. I don't think anything at the Game Fest I would say I'm excited for. I do want to play the Power Rangers game. I think that looks, Rita's Rewind, that looks a lot of fun. I do want to play that. I don't think I would say I'm excited for it, but I do want to play it. I think the most shocking news that we got from Game Fest was a new Fatal Fury. We got for the first time in what feels like a bajillion years, we have a new Fatal Fury game. And Terry's not wearing his hat. Where does hat go? I want to know. Like, it's not a King of Fighters. It's legit Fatal Fury. So, we'll see. That kind of piqued my interest because we haven't had one of those in, I mean, honestly, I don't even know when the last time we had a Fatal Fury game was. But the Xbox showcase actually had a lot of bangers, man. Expedition 33 comes to mind. That looks gorgeous. That caught my eye. And there was a bunch of other stuff that's not immediately coming to mind, but I remember just being like, holy shit, now this was where we're at. And Xbox is usually the one that I care the least about. Hello there. It's Morbin time. Yes, yes. What's up? Welcome, Sketch. Is Marie and Victoria stronger than Homelander? Probably not. I mean, I don't think so. I don't even know. We don't even know if her powers work on him, to be fair. I've read the last Ronin TMNT graphic novel. Bought it hardcover, full book recently. Read the first issue. Like it so far. Never got into comics because it's hard to stay focused on it, but I'm trying. I haven't read it firsthand, but like many things, I've read about it. And I'm excited for the movie that they're making, and I'm excited for the video game that's coming out centered around that storyline, because the storyline itself is very, very intriguing. But I haven't actually read it firsthand. I do need to do that one of these days. Let's see. Still haven't seen The Boys. I will maybe this year. Well, if you start it, let me know what you think. If you know going into Invincible, the creator is the same person who made The Walking Dead, the graphic violence is to be expected. Well, I mean, it's just the thing. That's not what the violence isn't what I was talking about. It's the heart that I found surprising. You know, cause not even surprising, like, cause he's great at that. Like everything he makes has a really strong human heart at the center of it all. But people see gore and mature superhero stories and just sometimes correlate that to The Boys somehow. And I don't think that's necessarily fair. Invincible is an actual superhero story with super violence. The Boys is a little more of a gross, violent parody. Satire is the word you're looking for. Both have evil Supermans. Both do have evil Supermans. Seen the Arcane season, final season trailer? Yeah, I reacted to it. Hyped. What a surprise banger of a show. I can't wait to see what other stories that they tell. Like if it's going to branch out or if they're just going to just start a brand new story from scratch in one of the other pockets in the League of Legends world. I just want to at least one day see my girl Leona in here and Morgana. Give me a story about either one of those and I'm definitely going to be there for it. I've seen 6 episodes of Fallout so far, only the last 2 left. Oh yeah, you're almost done. I think that's like, I was hooked from the very get-go, but like, once you started to see some of the revelations coming into piece, man, I was just like, I foaming at the mouth for the next episode. Should do a reaction to the Castle TV series. Again, one that's been recommended before, and like many things, if we get to it, we get to it. Or if it wins a poll. Now that they showed Victoria Newman has tough skin, do you think that she could end Homelander, or she's too scared anyway because he's too OP? I still don't know if she can actually pop his head or not. I don't know. His body might be too durable. We don't know why she hasn't tried. Because if she could just remove Homelander, I feel like she would just remove Homelander. What's the point of the virus that she's trying to hoard and strengthen to kill him if she just can't do it herself? I have to imagine she can't do it. Omni's last words of the reaction. F-U-Y. My goals are beyond your understanding. Jesus. Do you actually think that Nolan and Omni-Man is going to be redeemed in the future? Will he be forgiven? Will he earn forgiveness? No. Will he come around? Yes. I wholly think he's on a trajectory of coming back around. It's one of those situations like Darth Vader. You know, he did a bunch of shit. Will he ever live down the things he's done? No. But he comes back in the end. I think Nolan's gonna get the Darth Vader treatment, except much, much earlier, and I think it'll be much more, he'll have a much larger role to play in the greater, what do you want to call it, machinations of how all this Viltrumite stuff is gonna play out. Yeah, I definitely, like, he'll never be a hero of Earth again, but I think he will be the guy that helps them fight against the Viltrumite Empire, you know? What's some of your favorite redemption arcs aside from Zuko's? How dare you? Because you know I'm going to just pick Zuko. Jamie Tart. Can we call that a redemption arc? Does that qualify? He was an asshole. He's a piece of shit. He came back around by the end of it. I mean, that's just a good character arc in general. Nate had a good redemption arc. If we're still just talking Ted Lasso right now. Those two definitely come to mind. Raven from Zoids. Deep Pull. Hell, me. Now I'm just diving into anime. Milliardo Peacecraft. Gundam Wing. Yeah, I don't know. Vegeta, dude. Nah, but I don't know. Seriously, probably Nate or Jamie Tart. Definitely come to mind right now. Let me do my thing. Or Kreese. Not Kreese, sorry. Fuck. Johnny. Johnny has a pretty strong redemption story. Johnny Lawrence. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll stand by that. The Bear is a great series. Glad you're reacting to it. The show does make me hungry and does not want to work in a kitchen. Yeah, I when I did fast food, man, that's the amount of kitchening that I could take. I'm good. If I can avoid that ever again in my life, I will definitely do it. And kudos to anybody that can power through all that, or let alone enjoy it. Being in a full-on kitchen, though, I feel like that's just got to be a whole other next-level stress, but God bless chefs, man. Jesus. I know I'd probably I would be here. Do you think the new Black Noir is a suit? I don't think so. Swung a bat like a normal guy or what? I'm pretty sure he's just some random-ass dude just in the suit. He probably has 0 powers. Come on, I am Puss in Boots. Gets sliced like that woman in the ice rink. Ooh, yeah. Dude, so many people. Bad ice skating, what do you want to call it? Safety. What am I trying to say here? Anyway, just bad safety practices all around on that ice rink in the last episode of The Boys. The fact that, like, James Englehart was Jesus in that, you know, he's Ozzy in Hell of a Boss, but then in the show, like, they released it separately, the entire performance by itself, so you actually get to see the entire performance the actors are doing. But in the show itself, like, they cut away from like 95% of it, so you actually barely get to hear it or see any of them doing anything, which sucks. That was funny. I didn't realize that in a moment because I didn't recognize him with all the Jesus stuff on. Walking Dead animated show with the violence graphicness would go hard. Dude, I would love for them to do an Invincible style Walking Dead comic accurate adaptation. I think that would be awesome. Find it funny how different Heatwave in Superman and Heatwave in CW's versions are. Man, I mean, they're all fairly stark differences. But that's a pretty big one, too, yeah. Just replayed Spider-Man 2 on PS5. I'll say I definitely prefer the movie version of Venom versus the games version because one thing, whether you like it or not, personality. I mean, that's a fair point. Even if the movie's version of Venom is a little goober nerd boy, I don't know. I don't really like the personality for the version that's in the movie. I'm kind of, in this instance, I would prefer I actually prefer the mindless murder machine than what we have in the movie. But that's me. Kraven should have been the main villain of the game. I still think he should have got the symbiote by the end of the game. Thought that would have been metal as fuck. Good, can finally join and watch an entire stream. Hell yeah. I'm glad you're here. How are you liking season 2? so I missed one. Craven having minions is weird. Is it? I mean, I guess, kinda. How are you liking season 2 of My Adventures with Superman? I'm enjoying it a lot. I've seen some people coming down on it. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I'm really, really taken with it. I saw some people say the last episode was like was really boring and a waste of time, and I just wholeheartedly disagree, man. I definitely don't feel that way. Came for the Flash and the Boys reactions. Any other shows you recommend I watch along with your reactions? Keep up the good work. I mean, are those the only 2 shows you've watched me react to? Is the Boys and the Flash? I think Homelander's ego comes from one of his personalities in the mirror. That scene of him talking to his different selves reminds me of Mark and Steven talking to each other. There are some elements of that definitely come in there. I just think he's so shattered. Like, he doesn't have, like, a strong sense of self. There's, like, the idea that the world puts onto him, the idea he projects, the idea he wants of himself, and all these other things just completely contradict each other. And he's just shattering under the weight of it. I don't know. But it definitely, you know, talking in the mirrors like that did kind of give me a little Moon Knight vibes. The new Star Wars show is okay, but man, with the amount of hate it's getting, it again makes me want to not see it. I mean, I don't know why that would define it. Honestly, that would make me want to watch it more. I like Amazon's model of 3 episodes, then 1 per week. You give a few episodes so people really get into it, but then you also have to wait weekly to talk for a month or so. Hybrid better than binge and weekly, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm just glad that it goes to weekly. I'm glad it's not 3 every week. I'm glad it's not all at the same time. But to each their own. Everyone's got their own watching styles, but weekly is still, I think what they do, I think it's pretty solid for the shows. I'm not sure how it would compare just to a straight week to week. You know, we'll have that test with House of the Dragon, because that's just gonna be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. We'll see. Homelander to do a crossover in Peacemaker Season 2? Highly doubtful. Definitely not. Reverse Flash or Homelander, who's the most narcissistic person? Vaughn would laugh. He's never remembered for centuries and get him riled up. Who's the most narcissistic? Honestly, I'm going to have to go with Homelander at this point. I think he's more in love with himself than anyone else. Been replaying Portal and Portal 2 lately. Very good games. I really wish they would make a Portal 3. Valve just is allergic to 3s, to making anything a trilogy. I love Portal 1 and 2, and I would love a Portal 3, man. When Homelander was letting Sister Sage... I keep saying... Letting her what? Saying, holy shit, he's actually wearing clothes. Maybe you meant when he was getting Sister Sage. Yeah, it was like a jump scare seeing Homelander in just casual street attire. Funnily, still in his usual costume colors, though. If you want to know more about the history of Fatal Fury, I highly recommend Gorgie's arcade retrospective on the series. I mean, I'm not unfamiliar with the series. I'm just surprised we have a new game coming out. I thought that franchise was dead. I'm gonna be honest, I'm really looking forward to South of Midnight. The stop motion is cool, and while running looks janky, I'm mostly excited for the vibes and potential story hidden within it. That's that stop motion game that they showed off, right? I'm intrigued, and I understand the idea behind it. It's going to psychologically impact gamers in a really weird way, and my only problem with the premise is that, not the premise, the premise I find really interesting, the setting as well as the art direction, but for the most part, it doesn't look stop motion. It just looks low frame rate. Like, they don't look like the character models and the creatures don't look like clay. They don't look sculpted. They just look like video game avatars moving at low frame rates. So it just, to me, it just looked like I was watching a trailer for like a Switch game. The hate for the Acolyte is insane, and it's exhausting. Yeah, I just got like unloaded upon because I said in my videos that I refuse to listen to anybody whose criticisms hinge on the word woke, or if they have any racist or homophobic comments, I just discount their opinions altogether. And that's apparently bad to do that. Apparently ignoring racists and homophobes is bad. Fucking people, man. Let's see. Back into the 2-week Minecraft phase. New update is pretty good. I've still never played more than like 10 or 15 minutes of Minecraft. Actually enjoying the show. I'm enjoying it overall. It's definitely not perfect. There's definitely a lot of technical issues, at least that I see with the show, but I mean, none of it's like immersion breaking. I mean, sure, there's some moments that take me out, like the kids in episode 3, but like, I don't think it's terrible. I've seen much worse things that haven't at least been entertaining. Like, it's fine. I don't love it. I'm not like thirsting for the next episode. I think it's okay TV. I don't think it's terrible by any stretch. Like, it's better than the average TV show. I don't know. People expect perfection in and out as well. Now, I try to be fair. Other people definitely do not. Which multiple man style character do you enjoy more? The Ginger Ninjas from S.H.I.E.L.D. or the Human Centipede guy from The Boys? Man, hers, like, just deck her while she's doing it. Hers takes so long for her to make a copy. Just shoot her in the head and you're done. I mean, to be fair, just shooting him in the head ended that. So, his process was way more interesting and grotesque and quicker, so it's more effective, but, you know, hers was more aesthetically pleasing. So, we got pros and cons across the board here. I don't know if I could just go with just one. I mean, if I had to go with just one, I'd probably going to just go with Ginger Ninjas, because Ginger Ninjas. Anyway, they also announced that the new Fatal Fury back, I think, at EVO. I don't pay attention to that stuff, man. Sorry. If it's not a game fest, what's up, Aiden? Just came in to say hi. I'm still having a hard time after my grandmother's passing a couple weeks ago. Expect my absence to continue. I'll return soon. Her service is on Monday. Hey, take all the time you need, man. Please. We'll be here when you get back. Just take care of yourself, your family, and our hearts go out to you, man. I've been there. I know how it feels. I want to see that very attractive soup they had on the list coming in second for most attractive soups, but Firecracker is pretty attractive too. Need to see more of her powers. I just want to know, can she do anything more than that little fucking finger fart? Because other than being a psychological choice against Starlight, like, she's not an effective hero at all, like in any way, shape, or form. So I know that's the reason. That's why MM was like, the fuck are these picks? These don't make any sense. So yeah, I don't know. How to beat Superman. Throw green rocks. How to beat Homelander. Throw milk. How to beat Omni-Man. Turn on Bug's life and run. I don't get that. I think that one just went way over my head there. The Bug's life comment? I don't get it. I'm sorry. Oh my god, you did. I even watched it. Your Arcane teaser reaction. I'm losing it. Yep. Good job, buddy. Good job. I'm excited we're getting Warwick, though. That was a theory I had in Season 1 about a certain character, but I don't know how that's, we'll see how that plays out or comes to fruition, if it does or if it doesn't. But I'm excited for Warwick. I still don't believe Jace is dead. We still haven't got Victor's transformation yet. I'm happy we get more League shows, but I'm not ready to leave these characters. I'm sure they might even pop up in other shows, even if their story's over. Absolutely pray that Kate and Vi return one day. Not Jinx, though, because I'm pretty positive she's gonna die in Season 2. Do they actually kill any of these characters? I would be shocked. I do not expect any of the champions to actually die. But who knows? We'll see. If you're gonna start watching The Boys, I won't recommend eating food while watching unless you're really good at gore/sex stuff. I don't know what being good. Maybe changing the phraseology here. Are you good at gore? Are you good at the sex stuff? Otherwise, hold your food. That's funny though. The new game takes place after Goro Mark of the Wolves. King of Fighters is its own separate continuity from Fatal Fury. See, I never knew that. I thought it was just another tournament within the world. So maybe I don't know as much as I had hoped. Started watching Afro Samurai. I've seen a little bit of that, but I've never finished it. Hope Firefly wins the poll after the bear reactions. Fantastic series. I mean, one of these days, I'm sure. It's definitely like a staple show in like nerd culture fandom stuff, but I've still... All I know is Zac Efron as a child was in one of the episodes, and that's kind of the end of it. Did you know the Netflix reboot movie of the new Power Rangers that's supposed to come out in 2026 is canceled? I didn't know that there was one even in the works. So that's more information than I know. Is that the old series with Nathan Fillion? I believe so. Firefly? So you're telling me Batman needs prep time to defeat Puss. Computer assign Puss in Boots' weakness as hairspray? Possibly. And somehow my phone thought I said Siri, and I don't know how I got that. I think it was when I said series. Yeah. Do you find it weird Ashley from The Boys gets belittled by Soup, so she kind of became a dominatrix who wants their balls crushed? Me! I don't know. I wonder if she was always like that. Like, we're just seeing a little bit more of it now that she's, you know, head honch, well, was the CEO, is no longer. But I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. But I do think that's funny. Like, she feels inferior in her place of work and all this stuff and needs a place to exude some sense of control. Kind of passing on what is being done to her. Makes sense. I am present. So what did I miss? I mean, not a whole lot. Some Boys talk, some My Adventures with Superman talk, some Fallout talk. Pretty much just the stuff. The Boys. Practices indeed is a good, what I was trying to say there. Can't believe we get Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 1 in July. It's been a bit since 5, but nonetheless, feels crazy. It's that soon. I can't wait to dive into it. I cannot wait. But getting just 5 episodes and then having to wait until November for another 5 episodes and then having to wait until the next year for another 5 episodes is going to suck. But I'm still excited nonetheless. I hope these are some juicy episodes. I'm more than likely. Ow! Got the screeners backed up and ready to go. So I'm excited to get a jump on that. Haven't had the time to go through them though. Hey yo, what's up, Rebecca? What's up, CC? Hope you're having a great weekend. Also, love your shirt. You are enough. Well, thank you, Rice Cake. I really appreciate that. We are all enough. It's a state of being. In the ice skating scene, I get some of the injuries, like people cut, hit, and chaos. But I swear, I've seen a dude like do a kick and fling his leg around and cut a throat like for no reason. Yeah, there was some stuff that was happening that just legitimately did not make any sense. Am I hearing a jukebox version of You Will Be Okay? Oh, my ears are getting so blessed with Guacia Peace. You are indeed. Let me find what's playing, and I'll just send you guys the link for it. There's the video. I have it sped up to 1.25. I got it boosted 25% to give it a little more. Because it's really chill. It's just a lo-fi beat, but I wanted to give it a little bit of a higher BPM. So I just kind of turned the video speed up a little bit. Mindfulness of Stolas. Would it be ice etiquette? Decorum? Decorum, definitely not. Rule following? Closer. It's going to drive me bonkers. I think practices, safety practices, or safety etiquette. More safety practices, I think, is probably the best fit. I really hope that BoJack Horseman wins a poll someday. Believe me, that show will make you cry a lot. I've seen like part of an episode before, but I've never really given it a lot of attention. You and your Walking Dead anime. What about it? I just want the comic. I just want the comic. For summer, I'm going to tell my mom to get me Nostalgia Critic movies on DVD. I have most of them on DVD. Those things are something, man. They are gems of old internet. Especially, shit. Kikassia. If Vaunt was on ice was real, would you get a ticket and go? Fuck no, man. Not at all. Well, I don't know. If they actually have James Englehart and maybe some other people, maybe. I fear Homelander's gonna hit Ryan. We'll see. I don't know, man. I don't know. He told him to go live with Butcher. I was kind of shocked by that statement. Like, he might actually just let him leave because he's just infuriating him so much at this point. Who knows? What's up, Ragu? Long time! Long time indeed, man. It's been a hectic year. Hope you're keeping well. Relativistically, sure. How about you, man? It's been a minute. It's been a real... I feel like it's been, what? Like, it's definitely been over a month. Maybe even over 2 months? How long has it been? Fuck. Hope you're okay, man. I clocked that his civvies were the same colors as his super suit too. Like the attention to detail. I love that he just... It was the default... I'm undercover as a civilian MCU bullshit. Just a baseball hat and fucking sweats and shit. I agree with you on Venom. I prefer Venom to be taken seriously. Same. Don't want to lose any boys this season. We've yet to lose one the whole show, but next, the final, oh boy, they avoided this song for a reason. Gonna hurt. I think it's just gonna hold out until Butcher dies. Like, I think once his clock runs out, I think that's gonna be in the next season. I don't know if we'll actually lose any of the main cast or not. I hope not. I've only seen 7 minutes of The Acolyte, and it seems alright so far. Alright is fair enough. Even as a villain, the game missed the point of Venom. Like, in the comics, Venom isn't a world conqueror. They're a predator. Spider-Man is their prey. You know what I mean? I mean, the symbiotes are world conquerors, though. Like, not originally, but that's what they became as the symbiote lore increased. Which symbiote Flash suit do you like the most in the series? The last one, whatever the last one was. That's definitely my favorite out of all of them. How's the One Piece anime feeling compared to the live action? Well, I'm absolutely loving it. I do like find myself missing like Garp and Kobe and even Berries and Cream because we got to spend a lot of time with them in the live action because they were threading a lot of stuff together to make it a little more cohesive for the main characters that are going to be long-standing through the series. So this last set of episodes was a nice refresher just because that's the first time since we first stepped foot there that we saw either of those characters. And we finally met Garp for the first time. So, I don't know. But getting more time with the characters, getting to know these characters more, getting to see all these other people in the world, you can't break away from getting to spend more time in these places and getting to explore more, you know, frames of mind, getting to know this world more, actually being in the Grand Line. But I do love what the live action has done, because I think they did a really good job truncating the stories in the way they did. And I do think that some of the things, like the way they brought the world together, was actually done quite a bit better in some cases. Not many, but some. Homelander looked like Steve Rogers for a second in normal clothes. That's exactly what I was thinking. Steve Rogers or Bucky. I think episodes 1 and 2 of The Acolyte were alright with some potential. Found 3 to suck though, to be honest. Not because whammon. Just found it to be kind of boring, and I didn't like the whole episode being a flashback. The child acting. Oh yeah, dude, like, I like episodes 1 and 2. I think episode 1 had a lot of writing issues, like, especially with the dialogue, because it was trying to ham-fist a lot of awkward-ass exposition into a lot of the scenes, and it didn't really gel all that well, but, like, all the other stuff was more interesting, so I didn't really linger on it too much. But episode 3 was very slow. It had a very, like, deliberate, slow burn kind of pacing to the episode. So when you have these kids who just really, maybe the dialogue, I don't know if somebody better could have made the dialogue work, but like that, it was cringy as hell for me to get through some of those scenes with the kids. But yeah, it was definitely, see, episode 3, while probably had a lot of fascinating lore elements that they wanted to explore, the execution out of the 3 that we've got so far, to me, is by far definitely the weakest of the 3 episodes, for sure. Still going into 4 with hope, now that we probably are going back to the current time. I would have liked if there was like a balance, like you said, maybe we weren't all in the flashback, because it felt, I don't know, it felt a little off, a little weird. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Every episode, I'm just going into it with a fresh mind. Star Wars Theories channel is a toxic place. Can't stand that channel. I'm sticking with you, Rejects and Kyle. Dude, I used to watch the shit out of Star Wars Theory, man. I did, man. He was like the go-to lore place, and then after a point, it was just, I couldn't tolerate it anymore. It was just, it's so negative. It's so, I don't know. It's just, like you said, toxic is probably the best word for it. And at first, I didn't think it was necessarily him. It's like people taking his opinion and defining themselves through it. Like, I was like, okay, maybe it's just the community eating that stuff up. And then the more and more, like, he started feeding into it, man. I couldn't take it anymore. I just unsubscribed and have not looked back. And now it's just like the things that people are complaining about. I just think some of it is so ridiculous. Like, I see some genuine criticisms, like, once in a blue moon, like, that is actually talking about critiques of the show and stuff like that, but a lot of it, like, it's just, I don't know, man. There's some fucky people out there right now, man. They make Huey and the guy who makes copies come out of the clothes. I'm surprised A-Train doesn't burn his clothes like Barry Allen. Isn't his clothes specifically designed to handle his speeds? Well, I mean, then again, he was just in regular clothes when he dropped off that tape at their headquarters, so scratch that. Opinion on the new Black Noir. He's just kind of a loser joke who's taking his job way too seriously, and it's probably going to get him killed. Especially falling asleep at their meeting. I know he's narcoleptic, but dude, you gotta watch your ass. I'm glad we're getting an animated Blue Beetle show. I did see that was announced as a continuation of the movie and in the universe, which is also both kind of weird and confusing. While people hate it, Funko still made Pops for the Acolyte, which I'm still buying even if they would be worthless or no one would collect them. Would you buy them just for the collection? I mean, if I end up really digging the show and stuff like this, I don't know. Like, right now, if I were to get a Pop of anybody in this, it would just be Soul. Because I really like Lee Jung-jae, and I think he's my favorite part of the show right now. But that's it. How'd you like the 2 arcs of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 2? Some of the fandom doesn't like Whitehall, but I think he makes for a good foil for Coulson. Oh, I liked it. I thought it was really, really good. I thought it was handled really well. You know, it didn't even feel like 2 arcs. It felt like 1 arc. I mean, it all built. It all was connected. It was all tied together. Like, it didn't feel separate to me. So, like, to me, it just felt like one old, long storyline. So I found it really, really intriguing. I liked season 2 a lot. And Real Eric, thank you for the super chat. Omni, I'm getting a promotion at work. Congrats, man. I better see more super chat. I'm fucking kidding. I'm so kidding. But congrats, man. That's awesome. Keep it going. You're gonna run that place before too long. I'm sorry, but I've been taking a deep dive into videos and essays about animal husbandry. Shh, it's for a fic. And I had been eating while watching hoof care vids that I can't watch on public buses. What the fuck is hoof care? What is animal husbandry? What? I'm confused. Should I look these things up or no? Arcane Season 2 gonna be lit! Also, Apology Tour is this month and I'm scared. Likewise. Likewise. I agree with you on Fallout. The characters are really good, especially Lucy. The Ghoul is also great, really interested in the mystery of the bulbs. The Ghoul's probably my favorite character in the show, man. I really love that whole bit, man. How do you defeat Green Lantern? Wear all yellow and shoot him. He's not... Okay, he used to be ineffective against yellow. That has not since been the case. Don't worry about that. That doesn't work anymore. You can't just wear yellow. That used to be a thing, though, where his ring would not even affect anything yellow. That has not been the case for many a decade. Question, have you ever heard the band Fozzy? Not the Bear. If not, they're a rock band started by Chris Jericho, the pro wrestler. I don't know why I said that like that. But no, I have not heard of them. I've heard of Chris Jericho. I have not heard of said band. I watched DreamWorks The Wild Robot trailer. It looks so good. Need to watch that movie. I'm not familiar with it. I haven't heard about it or seen that at all. Who you got your money on in a race between A-Train or Quicksilver? I think it would depend on the version. Quicksilver from the X-Men Fox movies would decimate the live-action A-Train. I'm not familiar with the comic book A-Train, so I don't know if he's any faster in the books. But him in comic book Quicksilver seem to be roughly the same speed. Quicksilver in the comics, if he doesn't have like an Infinity Stone, is probably one of the slowest speedsters in fiction. Slow 5 version of You'll Be Okay goes hard as the background music. Hell yeah. Want to change it up? I hope you're doing well despite the hectic schedule. Did you see that Deadpool might be making 200 million to 249 million open weekend in the US? Superhero fatigue. No, I didn't see those projections. I did not. But I wouldn't be surprised. But I don't really pay attention to like the opening projections. Well, it's not always right. I mean, it's why they're projections. So I don't really take a lot of stock in it until we actually get to the weekend of. Also, what superhero would make an interesting inclusion for My Adventures with Superman if they ever do that? For me, I'd kill to see their version of the Flash, Shazam, or Green Arrow. Flash would be awesome. I would love to see their take on the Flash. But maybe kind of want to think, because I know they want to stay. I know they do not want to touch Batman, and probably won't for a really long time, if ever. So I definitely would go for the Flash, because we got Star Labs. We got a lot of these things already kind of established in a lot of ways. But, probably the Flash or Martian Manhunter, I think. I'd like to see. I would watch a Walking Dead animated thing, likewise. One of the CEOs of Apple TV said they're thinking about ideas for a 4th season of Ted Lasso. I was told that they apparently never really confirmed season 3 as the final season. I said something along those same lines at one point in one of my videos, and I got like roasted for thinking that there was any hope for another season. I mean, even if you watch the finale, it's kind of open-ended. There's a lot of things that are up to interpretation, and who knows? We don't even know that Ted just didn't come back and he just stayed for the summer while they were off season. We don't know. We don't know. Would they ever clarify if anyone who takes Temp V also takes the blue one, they could have permanent powers? Maybe a cure for Butcher? I didn't think about that, but I don't think that's been mentioned at all. Including his The Wall thing? I don't know what this was in reference to. So maybe some clarifications. By the way, I haven't seen Ted Lasso yet. Just wanted to inform you. Must watch. Must watch. It's a amazing show. If you want to feel good and you need a good cry, God, that show's so good. Woo! Oh, the Nostalgia Critic, The Wall thing. Yes, I have seen that. I have. What's your opinion on the live-action How to Train Your Dragon movie coming soon? Why are you doing this? I'll give it a chance because I like live-action dragons, but I know I was late to the game. I know I only recently saw them like a few months ago, but they're remaking something that was done really well the first time, and that doesn't always bode well. Netflix wanted to up the price, then go after that news. They announced the split Cobra Kai trailer seasons, while the boys do half-half binge and weekly drops. 3. Kinda, yeah. I get what you're saying. I don't know. I'm not. I think it's just because they just want to drag it out. I'm not exactly sure the other tactic. I know they just finally, I think, wrapped everything else. But we'll see. We'll see. Am I a Sonic fan? Yeah. I would say so. I mean, I don't religiously play all of them. The last one I beat to completion was Adventure 2. But when growing up, I was always more of a Sega guy than I was a Nintendo. Well, yeah, I was more of a Sonic guy than I was a Mario guy, even if Nintendo dominated my household regardless, because, let's be honest, they just dominated the space. But I love Sonic. I'm excited for the movie. I love the movies. I love the anime. Met Jaleel White a few months ago. You know, the OG American Sonic. And yeah, I do like me some Sonic. And I'm really hyped for Shadow Generations. And I'm excited to see Shadow in the new movie. At a time, I even, because of Shadow, dyed my hair black with red streaks, because of course I did. Thankfully, no picture exists of me with that hair, though. I like the Venom movies. Sue me. Alright, man, I'll see you in court. I'm kidding. Go to see the new one. Anyone got a problem with that? I'm right here. I'm gonna go see the new one as well. I hope it's better than the last one, man. It was bad. I feel like we can't have Butcher die without killing or just permanently defeating Homelander and it not be the ending. I definitely doubt Butcher will survive this, and I really don't believe Homelander is going to survive all of this in the end. Maybe 3 or 4 months. It's been a while. Hope to stop by a bit more often for House of the Dragon talk. But yep, all good. Just a fast, busy year. Kinda sad I missed all the X-Men 97 talk. It was so good. It was really good, man. I love the first Venom movie, plus that Eminem track. Venom! It was really good. Saw when Homelander was getting dressed from his suit, how the camera panned up to his yacht when he was putting his underwear on. They did kind of linger there for a hot minute, didn't they, while he was digging at his pubes. Thank you, Superstar. If you existed in the Game of Thrones universe, what family in Westeros would you want to be part of? Stark. All day, every day. Woo! Get me up there with those cool... I hate winter, man. I hate it. I do not like the cold. But I love wolves. I love their aesthetic. It would suck, but Stark boy, all day, every day. Yeah. I was gonna say Targaryen maybe if it was during their rise, but a little too much interplay for my tastes, man. But dragon? I mean, there's not like a dragon for everybody. They're like short, so it's not like if I was just because I was Targaryen, I would get a dragon, but I'd like a dragon. I love dragons. Sonic 3 movie? I'm excited for the Sonic 3 movie. League of Legends has one of the most expensive worlds I've ever seen in a game. Shame the gameplay is so dull in my opinion. I can't play more than 3 matches a day, to be honest. I used to play too much. I get real competitive sometimes, so when I get into a game that's like that, I get real deep into it, and I can get a little upset. Halo is one way. If I start playing ranked matches, is one way to really get my blood boiling if things get nasty. League is another one of those games. Not so much anymore, because like anytime I played, I only did ARAM, like the random, you don't get to choose your character thing. You just do random characters and you just kill people. Like it's just an endless brawl. But yeah, I don't know. I support though when I play anymore. If I do get into any actual like main lanes, I always run support. Usually Leona. That's my go-to. Do you think Black Noir went out in season 3? Oh, he's dead. Yeah, he's totally dead. He didn't get to run in that horrible bully soldier boy again and went out in a better way in the sense. Yeah, I doubt that. I have not seen Sonic Prime. I have not. First 3 episodes of The Boys season 4 was insane. That they were. I didn't know Star Wars Theory channel existed until today. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I don't want to lose you over there. The new Black Noir is funny, but the actual guy was my goat. Hell yeah, man. Isn't it the exact same guy? He's just got voices. Like he's the same guy who was in the suit before, the same actor, but now he's just got lines. A-Train did the silly plastic chest shield in season 1. I imagine the bugs on that thing. God, cleaning that has to be awful. Yeah, the new Black Noir was hilarious. The Deep versus Ashley. Well, I don't know, man. He started talking back, man. He's been a little bitch up until this point. Thing is, like, Ashley's been very confident about talking down to these people because she's had a psychological chokehold on all of them because of the way Vought as a company works and conditions their soups. And Homelander and Sage are unraveling that, empowering their soups to, because they got the power, so they can do something with it. And seeing him actually get a backbone for a second was kind of scary. As much of a joke as he's been up until this point. I think Starlight looks great. It's just sad that people don't think so, since she got plastic surgery. Wasn't she just saying that she didn't, though? I mean, that's what she says. That's what a lot of people say, but yeah, I mean, she's regardless, I still think she looks really good. Taking care of animal every day. As in hooves. I know what that meant, but like it seemed like it was it meant something else. I'm gonna miss The Boys after season 5. Do not look up. The talk was about gruesome. That's what I thought. It can get very, very gruesome. That's what I thought. And then Rebecca's up here be like, oh no, it's just hooves. It's just taking care of animals. And yours is like, no. Trying to trick me into grossing myself out. Have I watched the Ice Age movies? I've seen the first two, maybe three. I'm not sure if I've seen the third one or not, but I've seen the first two. What if CW Flash was in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness? Now that would have been cool. That would make absolutely no sense. I mean, but it would have been cool. Sure, it would have been cool. It would just make absolutely no sense. Animal husbandry is about sheep shearing, cow herding, feeding, and just taking care of them. But it's not anything like cottagecore. It's messy. Oh yeah, that shit gets real fucky. Yeah. I know people that work on farms. We even call it a farm anymore, but we have some animals. But like it can get rough. Yeah, raising actual barnyard animals is not a glamorous thing by any stretch of the imagination. Alan Scott's Green Lantern's weaknesses was wood at first, so, oh, well. Well, that's funny how that turned out. Oh wait, or were you making a joke? I don't know if you, anyway, that's kind of funny though, if that is the case. Angel still has good arcs with a 23-episode season, while The Flash, because of Crisis and COVID stuff, they split stories, but they're not even remotely great to the arcs you'll see. Oh yeah, man, dude. After a point, The Flash just could not tell a cohesive story for the life of it. Can't wait for that new Alien movie. It looks sick. The Alien is one of those franchises where, much like with Terminator, the first two are great, everything after it has been dog shit. And every time I'm like, I hope this one will be good. And it just never is. Is it me, or does Starlight look different? Well, that kind of goes back to what we were just talking about. Meanwhile, in that universe, I defeat Reverse Flash, wear all merch, carry a Flash plush, and then yell at him that he's... I think that might get you killed, though. Yeah, it's probably because of plastic surgery. Don Kingston's why she didn't need it. Ginger don't know it's her choice. She didn't even realize she got plastic surgery. I'm subscribed to multiple Goose YouTube channels, but only the ones where the geese are for eggies and are kept in little like pets. Yeah, my mom raises she's doing the typical old white lady thing now these days, which is I'm going to get a bunch of chickens and start raising them. If I want fresh eggs, I can always just go to my mom's. But man, the fucking foxes and raccoons, man, she cannot keep a stable flock at all right now. Almost lost another batch of them, man. That's the stuff when you wake up to just a bunch of dead bodies. Because they were getting into the coop, like past the fencing, into the coop. Hell yeah, chickens! Sound critic, on ATP. I can't keep up with the amount of streaming services. It's insane. Yeah, man, it's getting ridiculous at this point, man. Apparently, there's a lot of controversy surrounding the Acolyte. It's just people mad about the showrunner's personal politics, which says a lot in and of itself. But if there's anything actually like serious going on around the show, I'm completely out of the know with it. I like how Omni is late to the party on How to Train Your Dragon, but likes it and feels concerned about the live action. Yes. We don't need a live action How to Train Your Dragon. That trilogy is perfect. I agree. I thought Ted Lasso was about some guy named Ted using a lasso. That'd be a very different movie. Show. Movie and show. Both? Oh no, I dropped my... Oh no, I dropped my dice. Oh, no. My ADHD, man. I always have to be fiddling with something. I've got these, I don't even remember what these are made of. I know they bounce. I know they bounce. Like, they're... like, same... whatever the fucking bouncy balls are made of, these dice are made of. Which makes them very ill-equipped for using practically in the middle of a game. But... unless you want to go chasing it down, because it's definitely not going to stay in your dice tray. Dice. Hype for Shadow Generations. Likewise, I'm so glad that they got rid of the stupid fucking gun. The dude shoots laser beams from his hands and can stop time. Why does he need a Glock? Why does he need a motorcycle for that matter? He's 8,000 times faster than it. Pixar, it didn't happen. Damn it. Sad. That was when I was talking about the red hair shit. What do you think of Olivia Cook? You seen her anything else other than How to Train Your Dragon? Oh, Olivia Cook. House of the Dragon. I always read that and say How to Train Your Dragon, and it's completely wrong. House of the Dragon. The only other thing I've seen her in was Bates Motel, and she was awesome in that. Black hair Omni with red streaks. But Kimiko, though. Kimiko is fucking fine. Where were the red streaks? It was basically just tips. Like, you know, here. That scene between Firecracker and Homelander was something else. Anything. Anything. And I mean anything. Here in the UK, we can watch Doctor Who finale in the cinema. Already booked my ticket. That's awesome. I did watch Twice Upon a Christmas in theaters, and that was a lot of fun. Olivia Cook was in Ready Player One. Well, guess what? I haven't seen Ready Player One, so... at least I have Homelander, not Firecracker. What? The sauna scene was horrifying. It was so messy. It was so goopy. Oh, God, thinking about it. Oh, my God, the sound. First Luna, now Homelander, having snippets of their yachts for no reason is something wild. Hey. For Luna, we know there's a reason. We all know the reason. That scene in the episode where Homelander told the Deep to do the thing to A-Train had me scared. I was like, all right, guys, how far are we going to take this? Would it be wrong to say Matt Smith is one of the finest actors of all? In everything, he is the highlight, in my opinion. Doctor Who, House the Dragon. The only good part of Morbius, need I say more. I need to see how he was in Terminator Genesis. I haven't seen that one yet. I know he was Genesis, but I haven't seen it. But I would agree with you in every other facet. He is fucking amazing. And he's still my favorite Doctor too, so I'm a little biased. That makes sense. The same actor is still Black Noir, but I didn't think about that at all. That's kind of funny. Was Frenchie and Kimiko ever a thing? Not fully, at least not in the show, as far as I can recall. See y'all next time. Remember, you can have your opinion, just don't be a dick about it. Amen to that. Ashley, a very loyal worker. No, she's just a very scared worker now. After that woman got murdered in her office, she was like, maybe I won't quit. I fear for my life. Or the Deep being dominated. Man, they could end up doing that route too, but I don't know if we'll go that way. Oi! No. Yeah, Sister Sage is kind of a menace. I hope she didn't actually get lobotomized or something. Maybe she did it on purpose to be more likable. I don't know. She's cool. I want her to still push Vaughn. I still think, we all know soups have a healing factor. Even Annie mentioned she's got a fast healing factor. And they all have base level durability and strength by default. So I'm thinking that's the only way she can calm her mind. I think she did it to herself, and her soup healing repairs that. I think that's how she unwinds and stops thinking, because, I mean, if you think about it, if you had, like, a super brain like that, could you ever really turn it off? So I think that's what she's doing. That's my theory right now, because at this point, like, I thought maybe immediately it was Homelander, but then I started thinking about it and it doesn't exactly make too much sense. And just taking care of them. See, I didn't lie. Fine. You may be told the truth. What if Kate and Sam will be in the next episode? I mean, we know they're in the season, but when? Who knows? I wanted Kimiko and Frenchie to be a thing. Me too, man. Me too. When I saw Will Ferrell in the second episode, I was like, what the fuck? Dude, me too. I was really confused at what I was watching for a second. Hey, Omni. Love your reactions. Have you watched The Legend of Vox Machina Season 3 intro? I will not. It's so dope, and the animation has changed into something greater. I mean, I will watch if it was a trailer, I'd probably watch it. If it's, I don't watch clips from the episodes. I won't watch the intros released for episodes. I will watch it for the first time when the new episode comes out. Like like I said, if it was a trailer, I might have watched it, but I'm not gonna just watch just the intro. I'll wait till the show is actually out for that surprise. That movie made no sense, but Barry being himself when universe hopping, just say cool. Seeing Wanda and defeat Reed Richards real quick. Yeah, I don't. Thought Frenchie Kibo would be, but alright, just means she's available. Go get him, Sean. Hell yeah, chicken. Uh-oh. Dion and Sean are gonna be duking it out over Kimiko. We need a soup who can accelerate age. Something, because it seems like Homelander are gonna die of old age, even though Soldier Boy is immortal. That's a very, very good point. Why is Homelander falling apart all of a sudden? I wonder why, if there's like a reason behind that. Maybe Thawne's Starlight. What? His goals are beyond your understanding. Oh no, maybe he is. Stole another face. She's too old for me. You go get him, Tiger. Which movie do you think is more cursed? The reboot of The Crow or the reboot of Blade? The first one took almost 25 years to make and looks questionable. Blade, side-eyes all the news. I don't know if Blade's ever going to get made at this point, man. Oh my lord. I'd just say give up. Like, because just hearing about it just makes me not care or excited. I don't know how it's this hard to make a movie about Blade. But The Crow, yeah, has been through a lot over these last fucking decades. And yes, it looks questionable. The action actually looks good. It's just, if it wasn't called The Crow, maybe I wouldn't look at it and go, huh. But I don't know. I love the first movie. But I don't know. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'll give it a chance. Is it a teeny tiny Pokeball? No, but it is the same color scheme. Rubber. It's gonna look weird out of context. Yes, it will. Yeah. Season 3 reactions starting this coming week, man. I know, like I said, like once you start season 3, I know it'll officially be my first time watching all the episodes, but I can tell you, this shit that happened on the boat, I know, I can almost, with 100% certainty, guarantee that I never got to all of that. I don't think I left the village. I honestly think the last thing I saw when I watched it the first time was when Skye first met her mother. Because nothing after that was remotely familiar to me. Love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3, or 4, sorry. We will find out. We'll get there eventually. What was more gross to you, the human centipede of copies or the load of milk blasted on mother's milk during Herogasm? Honestly, the human centipede definitely wins. Just, yeah. Execution, man. Hedo needs Glock calls edgy. No! Hope Jonathan Groff comes back as Doctor Who. Loved Rogue. Me too. I'm holding out hope that we will find him again. I really thought he was a lot of fun. The reaction to Simmons getting cooked was hilarious. Shadow pulls out an AK instead. How dare you. That Ted Lasso comment feels like a Kane quote. So in that mind, have you watched Digital Circus? No, I have not. Not yet. I addressed this comment here. I've not seen that yet. Howdy! Love the last episode of My Adventures with Superman. I'm so happy they already got greenlit for season 3. I'm excited for that too. I'm glad to have gotten that news today. Haven't seen The Boys yet, but I'm trying to find time. We'll get into it, because we've been talking about a lot of random ass shit from these episodes, man. Well, you should. Ready Player One is a great movie. I saw, like, the scene with all of the fucking licensed characters going into battle, trying to pick out all the people that I knew from it, but I haven't actually seen the movie. Someone fan cast Omni as Shadow. Hell yeah, let's do it, man. What are we talking about? Random ass shit from the chat. Matt Smith is cool. I like his bow ties. Oh yeah, is it in this one? Or... Here it is. I found my bow tie from my 11th Doctor cosplay. And then one I got that I never opened. I don't know why. I used that one over the other one. It worked out all the same. Ugh. Who do you think the new Black Noir is? Just some rando. I mean, he's an actor. That's confirmed. It's just some random ass actor. It's no one we know. So, I mean, that much is confirmed at the moment in these 3 episodes. But I just think he's some dude. I don't even think he's a suit. Oh my God, Victoria Newman is so fine. My God. Why does The Boys have the finest women, bro? I don't know, man. I don't know. But they do have a really strong track record, dude. Oh, Matt Smith just showed up in that movie. How could you remember? Was this Matt Smith, man? It was like the one thing about that movie I was kind of interested in until I started hearing about the movie, and then I never actually went and watched it. I'm guessing Maeve is not in this season. Doubtful. You know, before season 4 came out, I made a prediction that Billy would leave The Boys. It turns out I was kind of right. Leave, fired, tomato. Oh, it works. I'll give you credit for it. Like your theory on the Sister Sage thing, it makes a lot of sense. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I think it was staged that way to make us go, what the fuck? But I think if you stop and think about it a little bit, it makes sense. Maeve most likely done for the rest of the show. She's no longer a soup. I feel so victorious. Well, we gotta stop that. Whenever I see those Star Wars or Hal Bree and Rachel ruining cinema things, I just keep thinking, did the creator of those videos forget to pay rent? I need the clicks or engagement quickly? Oh yeah, man, you gotta know there's like a bill coming up when you start seeing more of those things popping up. The Boys team versus the Invincible team. I mean, what team are we talking about? Because if we're talking The Boys, like the boys themselves, the main crew, the humans, Invincible would just raffle stomp them. Are we, unless we're talking like this, the Guardians of the Globe versus the Seven, that's more of a fight, but Omni-Man and Invincible aren't technically members of those groups, so they're a little outgunned in that case. But the second you add Invincible to the mix, and the second you add Omni-Man to the mix, actually, I think it depends. I was reading a little bit about comic book Homelander because it's so very different. Like, he's a lot more powerful in the comics, like ridiculously more powerful in the comics, as I'm learning. The show really really has him powered down by a lot. But, like, the TV show Homelander would get his ass beat by the Immortal, I think. Casual cameos in The Boys gets me every time. Well, me too, man. I like random shit like that. The Boys versus Imp. The Imp would slaughter their asses. The main character from Rogue One, like the chick. I don't remember her name. I can't remember who that was, who played her. Half the boys are regular Joes. That they are. Who you got in a gang fight to the death? Again, I need to know who specifically we're talking about here when we're saying the boys. Thawne appearing in The Boys, it was me, Barry. And they're like, who the fuck are you talking about? All the invincible characters are soups. They're cooking the boys. That's very true. They will destroy their asses real quick. Also, Todd finally get his dreams fulfilled just for Homelander to dip and get killed by fake Noir. Good job, buddy. Good job. Great life decisions made there. Seen a prediction that Ryan will become a member of the Seven. I thought that's what they were going to do, and then in the last episode they were talking about him getting on to whatever the kid team is. And I could have sworn that's what they were talking about when he was doing like the whole parade thing, that he would be the 7th member, but that doesn't appear to be the case now. At least the Crow is ready to go. Blair isn't gonna happen. Blade isn't gonna happen. Oh yeah. One of them at least exists right now, and hell, not to mention we were talking about Troubled Productions, the reboot of I was gonna say Homelander, Highlander. But I think that's going to be not that far off with Cavill and Stahelski behind it. I thought Ryan was going to be the new, be the Robin of Homelander. I mean, that's kind of what they were trying to set up. It did say, I wonder what face he'll wear. I mean, it's possible Barry is in Multiverse of Madness and we would have not, or it could have been possible and we just would have never known. We've already made 3 Blade movies. That's not stopping anybody else. I mean, the powers that be keep stopping everybody else, I guess. Can't wait for the Umbrella Academy to come back. Watch the trailer. My first thoughts were, oh hey, they have their powers again. What the fuck are they doing back with Allison? Thoughts? Yeah, Allison's whole thing in the last season, if you watch my reactions, was just, I was just purely frustrated. But yeah, just the reveal out of the gate in the trailer that they all get their powers back and with upgrades. A little bit of a spoiler. I mean, it's to be expected, but when we left them without powers, that's a big old like, well, how'd they do that? I can't wait for it though. Can't wait. Really sad for Mahershala Ali. Like, he's won 2 Oscars and it seems like he wants to play Blade. Kept clearing his schedule and turning down roles until he decided to take on. Oh, this is so hard. Yeah, man, it sucks. I feel bad when they get locked in these situations so much, man. Hopefully it all works out in the end. I should have looked away for the human centipede scene. Good job. I probably should have. The first Crow movie is peak 90s goth. Its style actually influenced people. I did the hair thing. I did the makeup thing. I had the trench coat for a Halloween one year. Yeah, it definitely did a thing. I was a trench coat kid for a little phase of my life. Soundtrack cannot be beat. It is iconic. Sometimes they say you should leave perfection alone. Dude, the first Blades soundtrack, specifically the opening rave, like, if you said the word rave or I thought of raves, that is the only song that I could perceive. To me, it's not a rave if it's not playing that song. And then the blood. God, fucking love it. Ready Player One was one of the movies of all time, that's for sure. That's a glossy review right there. I've heard mixed things about it, but I definitely want to check it out one of these days. Favorite moment from The Boys has to be the dolphin bit. I never laughed so hard watching the show ever. Oh my god, that was so fucking funny. Oh my god. Smash a guy's head in with a bat. Fezzes are cool. Gunshot sound. I don't know what happened to my fez. I know, like, in the move, it got really crumbled up and lost its shape. But I don't know if I threw it away or if I just still have it shoved in a hole somewhere. Love that you have a backup bow tie. What did you think was going to happen to the first one? I just ordered a bunch off of Amazon because I didn't know what one would look good and I don't know which one would fit and which one would be the most practical. So I went with the elastic one that I showed you, the one that's open. So I had a couple that I wasn't sure or confident on whether or not it would work or not. So I just bought multiples. But Mahershala didn't sign a contract like Roth did for Superman, where he was legally obligated to clear his schedule for 6 months whenever production was supposed to start, thus tanking his career. I hope not as well, man. I really, really hope not. Bow ties are cool. Where's your fins, dude? I'll just answer that question. Probably regeneration. Is there a backup fez? Unfortunately, there is just the one fez. Miss hell of a Fridays now that you're caught up, but got a new episode coming sometime in the last weeks of the month. Yeah, I do miss it too. It was a really, really fun routine, and it's just, I also just love the world, and I don't like being away from it. But I'm still watching other people's reactions to it. I'm still listening to the soundtrack every time I get in the car. I still live with it. I have collected all of the trading cards. I have at least one of every card that is not a secret rare from the first edition collection. Yeah. So I don't, and I haven't even seen proof that they exist. Supposedly they exist, but no one's selling them. No one is selling a Lilith, a Fat Nuggets, or a Kiki. None of them are for sale. So I could not obtain one. And I've not seen evidence anyone's actually pulled one either, to be fair. So those are the only ones I'm missing. So the 1 through 50, I have at least a non-foil of, if not a foil. And I got a little bit of a problem. Saw a couple of people on Twitter speculating that Rogue could be this doctor's the master, and I don't know how to feel about it if that turned out to be true. I don't get those vibes at all, and I don't know why we would even jump to that conclusion based on what we saw. Well, I forgot, but it could be a lot of reasons if you haven't watched it for spoilers. It's bad, or his role was bad in a sense compared to Morbius. So, shush. Genesis, right? Main character from Rogue One, Jyn Erso, played by Felicity Jones. Felicity Jones, that was it. Oh, I skipped Nuber here, just saying Felicity Jones. My bad. And then looks like Barry's awake. Billy Butcher, Blitzo, the greatest boyest crossover ever. God, I would love to see Blitzo interact with the boys. That would be hilarious. The boys, we have A-Train destroying people in Invincible. We have people destroying a train. Very true. No Homelander just said, let's keep his seat warm. He's not a member right now. Okay, maybe I misheard then. Did you know that Mahershala Ali lawyer made a statement about Blade? I did not. What did they say? Excuse me. The Boys comic is gross and violent just because. You know how you fix the Blade film? Stop the studio interference. That probably would go some way into helping getting something going. Ryan being young and growing in power while Homelander is aging, there's no way his fragile ego is going to handle that too. Oh, dude, he is falling apart. Dude, like he in these not so subtle ways he's blatantly threatened now. He was excited before, but now that he's realizing he's aging out, his ego is so bruised and he feels threatened by Ryan. The Boys comics is disrespectful to superhero comics in general. At least this is satire of the MCU. Fair enough. That's true. I need to read more of the comics. I haven't really read much of the boys' proper stuff. Make her like save a baby and hug a Victor for something. What? When Homelander told the Deep to do the thing to A-Train, I laughed, but at the same time, I was like, damn, Homelander, you savage. I mean, he was sick of their shit. If they were going to do whatever the fuck to not make him kill them, he wanted to test that. It wasn't any about going through with it. It's about proving a point, and he proved the point to himself that he can't trust anyone's opinion in that room. Which is another thing. He's got nobody other than Sage that will tell him anything truthfully to his face. Still, assuming the new Kick-Ass movie respect it more, and it was a comedic take on how ridiculous and realistic real-world heroes are, no Compound V. I did like Kick-Ass. I don't know if I ever saw the second one. I don't know if I did. It's like A-Train Super Speed time. Who actually wins the old 7 group, including Translucent, versus the Umbrella Academy? I think the 7 would destroy the Umbrella Academy. Your best bet would be Victor. But that's still... most of them could probably kill the group before they got off even anything. Think about the B-Rave from Rick and Morty. Not familiar. Not familiar. I don't know. It could have been in one of the episodes I watched, but I stopped in season 2. I haven't watched anything since season 2. So no plans to wear multiple bow ties at once then. Could be a fashion statement. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Talking about fashion statements, man. Thanks to having some, I know one of my little phases at a point was because of Final Fantasy X and Titus's stupid ass shorts with one leg being longer than the other, I would have my trip pants and I would wear sometimes with one in short configuration with the other one in full pant leg configuration. So I would have like half pant, half short thing going on. That was dumb. Am I going to react to Attic? Somebody actually asked this earlier. Yes, I will eventually. When? I don't know. Just got to find the time. Fashion. 17 really changes a lot this. What happens when you make your team a number. Very true. Yumiko Glenn. We are voicing small, insane, maniacal characters. One from Hazbin Hotel and the other from Inside Out 2. Oh yeah! Forgot that came out this weekend, right? I can't wait. Definitely because I reacted to the first one, I'm going to react to that when it comes out. So happy Hazbin Hotel Season 2 has wrapped. Yes, indeed. I can't wait. We'll probably get it same time as we did this year, next year. When it's all done with animation and everything. That's my guess. We get more Stan Edgar this season. Is he still alive? I don't even remember what happened to him. I really don't remember. The Dorks episode still lives rent-free in my brain. Blitz going, it's no prank, bitch. And then the opera bit, basically about Moxie getting pegged, is classic. Classic indeed. Agreed. Should have asked the 7 versus Umbrella Academy and Sparrow Academy. 7 are kind of OP if you think about it. I'll be real, I don't really remember what the Sparrow Academy's powers were. The thing is, Homelander, especially at the top, is so far gone that you don't know how far he's going to take that train and the Deep a bit going, yeah. That can mean it's a bit better chance for Puss in Boots to defeat Homelander. I don't know about that. I want a new Kick-Ass movie. Are there any talk? Wasn't there supposed to be a Hit Girl movie? Did anything happen with that? I don't remember. Fashion. Fashion. You want to check out the Hitman film starring Glenn Powell and the chick from Andor? Get her name. She played Bix. I don't know. I haven't really. I've seen posters for it. I've seen not clips, stills. I've not seen a trailer, so I'm not exactly sure. I'd love to see Sage break down Soldier Boy like she did Homelander. That would be a fun scene. That would be a fun scene to see. I want Ashley to take some Temp V or something in the end and basically joining the boys and defeating Homelander would be so great. her power would definitely be a hair-related one. Oh, if she was like Sindel from Mortal Kombat, that would be crazy. What's up, Ghostblade? Long time. Hope you're doing amazing, man. Just got back from Anime Con, met a plethora of One Piece actors. Hell yeah, I hope you had fun. Hope you didn't get con crud. I'll be going to a convention next month to Raleigh, North Carolina for GalaxyCon. To be fair, I'm a teen in the late 2000s. The fashion was not fashioning. You're also British, so what do you know? I'm heading out. You have a nice summer. Oh, it is summer, isn't it? I was like, what are you talking about? I'll be seeing you next time. Take it easy, Sean. Have fun. What's my next movie reaction? I don't know. I'm not, unfortunately, because of things being the way they are right now, I'm going to be announcing Monday that the movie Mondays are going to be on hiatus for a little while. Only because with all these new shows going on at the same time, it's just a lot. Sunday is usually my movie reaction day where I review the edit and get it ready for Monday. And with House of the Dragon, with Superman, with The Boys, and then we got that 90s show coming out. I'm gonna be fucking busy for a minute. So once it lightens up, I might bring it back. Community picks, the monthly community thing, I'm still gonna do that. But as far as like just random movie reactions, I might have to take a break for a little bit. Stan Geiger is the one who waits, and I'm making a Reverse Flash reference, not who. Well, I'm gonna take it as a who reference. Take that. Rude. Angry face. Stan Edgar. Around last thing was. What? If I knew how to edit, I'd help you out. I appreciate that, horse lover. That'd be the thing, man. The like, even like when I send it off and stuff and have somebody else do it, because I get help. I have people that edit my movie reactions for me just to save on my own time for the most part. But even so, sometimes just reviewing the edit and making my own personal tweaks to it still takes a long time. Sometimes it's getting a little bit better, but like for the most part, sometimes it's like I don't have the time to do it myself, but then I'm looking at it and I was like, well, this is what I would have done. And then I start doing that, and I end up recreating the length of the process the whole way through. Ever watched the show Heroes? I've seen a single episode. I think it was the second season. I don't remember. It was when Hero went back in time and met his ancestors. Only episode of that show I've seen. But the original, the OG Kyrie was in there, and Quentin just gotten himself in trouble here. Quentin, what's his name? Zachary Quinto. That's it. What was I saying? Anyway, Hayden Panettiere was in there, the original Kyrie. But officially announced that it would be severing his ties with Stan Edgar, supposedly appalled by his actions and praising Homelander for his bravery. But he's still alive, though, right? He's just not in charge of Vought. I for whatever reason, I thought he got killed. Good luck with that, bud. You got a little super squad of Brits here. I mean, you can be a super squad all you want. You're going to have awful fashion. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Your next movie reaction is The House of Dragon? Cool. Well, I mean, if you want to call it, I mean, it's an hour plus, so might as well be. Vought also announced that it would be conducting a thorough investigation into his actions. What is up, Wild Cherry? Vought hosted a Q&A on Reddit by Homelander, and let's say that the responses are hilarious. Time, I think it was Time, or it was one of the big magazines, released a fake interview in our world with Homelander, and it was so funny. Yeah, he's alive. But if, again, his goals are beyond your understanding, he may be as one who waits. So take that! British teeth. I love my Brits. I love all of you. But I just have fun. We have fun here. I mean, that's how I riff with people I like, you know. I talk shit. That's what bros do. Give you guff. And we're caught up with the chat right now. So I might actually end on time this week. You know, good. British people are amazing. I know some good ones. Nice. Noober, chill. Their teeth suck. What's up, Tom Games? Say something stupid. Dare you. Something stupid. Ha. What are you gonna do now? No, not allowed. You're going till tomorrow. Oh, that ain't happening. Nope. 2 shows I'd recommend that were only 1 season: No Ordinary Family and a CW show called The Tomorrow People. Not heard of either one of those. A bit of banter. A little bit of banter indeed. Can't wait to see a reaction to Ward in season 3. I'll tell you, Ward, just when you think you understand him, he throws you a fucking curveball. He does indeed, doesn't he? Got you there. That I did. I'm kidding. Anything. For fuck's sake. You should have saw that coming. Like, that was just teed up too easily right there. And one thing I definitely need to find the fucking time to go back to is fucking Final Fantasy, goddammit. Tifa is still waiting on me. Ward is complex. Is he, or do they just keep changing him to keep fucking with the audience? Because they keep giving us evidence of one thing and then turn heel later. Enjoy, or try to enjoy, the rest of your weekend. Looking forward to your reactions. Thank you, Ginger. Brits are healthier than we are, and their dentistry. Oh my god, coming hard after those teeth, man. But yes, you all definitely have a better handle on the health situation. Just Europe in general. Really, just anywhere outside the U.S. Hell, even Canada, some of the stuff's a little bit better. Not by much. Aspen Hotel cast is going to be at con near me towards the end of the year. So tempted to go see them. They're all going to be at GalaxyCon in Columbus in December, which I'll be at. So that'll be fun, checking in on them. Alex is going to be there. And then the usual suspects are all going to be there. So I can't wait for that. I'd pay for reactions to the Tomorrow People. Really good CW show, and yet no one has reacted to it on YouTube. I've never heard of it. If it wasn't DC, I wasn't watching it on the CW, man. I wasn't. I know. Unintelligible British sobbing. Oh, love it. What's up, Lazuka? Been watching reactions to One Piece, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., holding off on The Boys, Acolyte until the episodes are all out. Looking forward to the reaction to those two. Well, awesome. Well, welcome. Hope you've been enjoying the One Piece ones and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The Boys so far, it's pretty solid. I was a little burned out after season 3. I'm not gonna lie about that, but this season seems to be it's got my attention. Gen V was also really good. I don't know if you watched that or not. It was really good. And I don't blame you on the Acolyte thing. If at this point, like, if I didn't have the channel, I would definitely probably just wait for it all to be out as well and just gung-ho it through. Like, it's fine. I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of things I like about it. It's got some issues. I'm just not, like, hungry for it each week as much as I would want to be. Shadow, I need a gun. I have British friends. It balances out. He sends nothing but love to my crooked teeth friends across the pond. Good God. Are you stalking the Has-Been crew? I mean, I follow all of them, but I already had tickets to Columbus because that's the closest con to me. One of these bigger ones. It's the closest one to me. The last one when I went there, I just drove there up and back every day rather than getting a hotel. It's a 2.5 hour drive. Cheaper than getting a hotel, I'll tell you that. So yeah. No, I already had tickets to that before they were even announced. So don't come at me with that. But I do keep tabs on where they're going. I would say I'm kidding, but I do follow them, so I just can't help but know it because they post it. Ward is just doing his own by his last comment on the thing he waits on the title. Ward is just a menace like Thawne. His plan is beyond your reaction. God damn it, Teen Flash. Maybe we might run into each other if I end up going. Is that the one you were talking about? GalaxyCon? I try to make sure if anybody's at a convention that I'm at, I try to make it as easy as possible to run into me. Hence one of the reasons why, mostly laziness and money and just laziness. But one of the main reasons I don't dress up is to be easily recognizable. I think Ward is consistent. Bobby's description, I think, covers everything. He's a coward who always has an excuse. Fair enough. Fair enough. He always deflects to something else. Jacklight fan reaction is making me hate being a Star Wars fan. Yeah, it's definitely taxing. Even when you don't love a thing, even if you just give it some acolytes, or not accolades, not acolytes. Even if you just say, hey, this wasn't that bad, or I like this thing. Like, even if you don't, like, if you're not, like, seeing it on praise, like, be like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. Like, people are just, like, so pissed off about it. Like, I don't get it. I watch a trailer if you can on your own time, no pressure, for the Tomorrow People. We'll see. Drake meme template, Tomorrow People? Legends of Tomorrow. I like that one, Teen Flash. Uber, our teeth aren't too dodgy to bite. Yeah, they'll get you all one of them crooked ass little scars because they just will rip right into you from their jagged nubbins. Got all 4 box sets of the One Piece manga. I'm sad. I used to have a bunch of manga. I was keeping up with all of the Naruto issues. I've had most of the Bleach stuff. I had all of Death Note. I had a lot of stuff, and then had to store it away during a move, and all of it got ruined. Moisture damage, rats, bats, all kinds of stuff. Just completely decimated them. So that kind of put a damper on me collecting books. Also, since you played Sonic Adventure, you should watch Snapcube's real-time fandom. If you haven't, just watch the cutscenes and improv. It's great. Unfortunately, not really fit for the channel. I'll probably pass on all that. I'm not a huge fan of that sort of stuff. Team 4-Star was kind of the extent of that kind of thing for me. Most of the time, I just find it cringe. But who knows? I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We're good. British Chiefs are whack. Uber, chill. He just wants closure. You have a teeny Omni flag on a stick, like a tour guide. I should get one. I should get a flag so I can like plant it whenever I go to a new country. I found you due to your Hell of a Boss vids. Started watching your reactions. They make me smile. Always adorable. Plus, your shirts are top tier. Well, thank you. I always try to have something at least somewhat relevant. Doesn't always work out, but yeah, I've got too many Hell of a Boss shirts. It's probably the singular largest grouping. That's not the word I'm looking for. That's completely wrong way to describe what I was trying to say. Out of all of the fandoms I have, like shirts for, my Hell of a Boss section is already my largest. Probably second only to probably DC. Nubbins. Hey, Omni, are you going to react to Ultraman Rising? Probably not. And by probably not, it's like most definitely not in the books right now. Rats, bats, automobiles. Yes. I mean, a lot of my stuff when I moved got stored in the loft of our barn, and yeah, did not survive. Star Wars fans are like piranhas or vultures, I guess. They are very much so ravenous. I found you through Invincible reactions, and I've been here ever since. Never stuck in alive, though. Great fun. I'm glad you had fun. I always love when new people pop in here and just hang out, because it's just chill. We've had some rare occasional drama, but it happens so rarely. Star Wars fans, why do you hate it? My goals are beyond your understanding. Jesus. You're gonna say that so much it's gonna get burned into my vocabulary. Just some guys having fun in a Discord call, so it's not with a script or anything like that. Didn't even play the game, so it just leaves some great bits, especially with the freaking pyramid rocket. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Have I heard of My Hero Academia? Of course. I've seen the first episode. That's it so far. And it wasn't because I didn't enjoy it. It's just wasn't in the mood to watch the next episode, and I just eventually never went back to it. It's one of those shows I do want to get into one of these days. Took me 134 hours to beat Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Where are you at right now? I'm at the Haunted Hotel. Just checked in, and Tifa just opened up at my door to go out into the Gold Saucer for the first time. It's chapter 7, I think. So I'm like halfway through the game. So yeah, I still have a long road ahead of me. Do I watch any combat sports like the UFC? No, not really. Not my thing. Star Wars fans, fire in space. Meanwhile, any Death Star explosion or any firefight in space or the sound in space or literally anything in the whole series, the entire time, we are a silly bunch. Or any sci-fi movie for that matter. Very true. How many Nostalgia Critic movies do you have? I'm pretty sure I have all of them. Dude, Ultraman Rising will give you all the feels and super fun. Great entry point for new Ultraman fans and for those who enjoy the classics will love it. I just don't have time for anything new, and if I don't know I'm going to like it, if I'm not familiar with it, chances of me giving it a shot are very, very slim. And not that I've really tried. I've never really given any Ultraman stuff a chance, so maybe one of these days. But I've got a huge backlog of stuff along those lines, so I don't know where that will fall in. I just don't want you to get your hopes up that I'm going to be checking it out. How's your week been? It's been pretty good. Very busy, very, very busy, but good. Okay, I'm alive. You think Homelander is more evil than Omni-Man? Yes. Yes. Yeah. I'll get to the sewing machine out for that flag. Should I just use this emoji? Sure. Why not? Hell, you can use that. Homelander saying, I promise I'll chill, then lasers the lady. My goals are beyond your Jesus. How many times are you going to hit me with that today, man? I'm curious, do you have a favorite game/games? If so, which one? Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is my favorite series, period, when it comes to video games. I got 3 Keyblades. I've got most of the pops. I've got all kinds of figures. Secondly would be Final Fantasy VII, the original, then Rebirth, Crisis Core, the entire Kingdom Hearts collection. Love Resident Evil, Halo, Devil May Cry. Those are franchises I love, video game related. Yeah, those are probably the top ones. Pokemon, can't go wrong with Pokemon. Simple enough. But yeah, those are the major ones. Wanted Tifa, but I got Red 13 on my first playthrough. Oof. I made sure I was getting Tifa. Anytime I had a dialogue choice, I was like, what do I gotta say to piss this person off? I'm getting Bay. So, and I did. But I've been told and spoiled that there is a second encounter later in the game for another date or something, I believe. Brother let that slip, because he's already beat it. So, gotta keep that on point. When I found out Homelander calls 9/11 in the comics, what? What? Good God. I didn't know that. I'm on a Doctor Who rewatch, and my God, David Tennant is the GOAT. He will always be the best Doctor. I mean, one of his first lines ever is, "I'm him. I'm literally him." That's, hey, can't argue there, I guess. I used to be Tennant adamantly as my favorite, and I still fluctuate here and there, but I just think Matt Smith embodies what it means to be the Doctor so much until you get to 14. 14 is all of that, plus it's Tennant. It's just we didn't get a lot of time with 14. Yes. Promised on his son's life. Foreboding, maybe. That's a good point. Hopefully not. We'll see. You think there will be any major deaths in this season of The Boys? Maybe of, like, the 7. I don't think any of our main... I don't think any of the boys are going to die this season. Well, maybe MM. I don't know. But if I had to pick anybody... But I definitely think we're going to drag Butcher out. And Huey's untouchable, Annie's untouchable, and Butcher's untouchable. Everybody else, I think, may be fair game, though. You think Butcher will take permanent Compound V to stay alive? I think he's probably going to die by the end of it. I don't think he would go that route. Nice, haven't played either of those, but I've heard about the Kingdom Hearts story. No specifics, but it has become a running gag. If you're talking about how convoluted it is, it's really not. If you just play it in the order that they came out, it all makes sense. Like, I'm a borderline lore master for the games, man. For that series. Like, it's literally just play game. It tells you. If you play them all, it's got its own language, man. That's all it is, and you learn it as you play the games. Plus, they're all on Steam now on sale, so you can get the entire franchise for like $60, $50, something like that. I bought it again for like the 5th time. Whoops. You wanna know what I do when I'm sad or I'm angry? I quote, "My goals are beyond your understanding." You think episode 3 of The Acolyte is as bad as people are saying? I think it's bad, but it's not that bad. I don't think it's that bad. It's not good. Like, it's not bad. It's okay. But it is worst of the season so far, structurally and script-wise. There was a lot of problems with the 3rd episode, for me. But I think some people might be blowing it out of proportion. I think a lot of people are blowing a lot of the stuff when it comes to this show out of proportion. You think Mr. Marathon will make an appearance in The Boys? I have no idea who the fuck that is. Sorry, that came off really aggressive, but I didn't mean it that way. Bye, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take it easy, horse lover. Must I have a favorite Doctor? I love almost all of them. No, you have to pick. I mean, fair enough. It's really hard, man. Like, I toss between 10, 11, 12, and 14. I'm perpetually in fear for MM, Frenchie, and Kimiko. Likewise. Kimiko, even though she comes back, I'm always like, well, what about this time she doesn't? I see A-Train dying this season. Hey. They talked about it in this episode, so it's quite possible. For me, it's Tennant or Capaldi. I love Smith, but the writing didn't appeal to me. Ncuti is solid from what I've seen of him. Ncuti's amazing as far as embodying the Doctor right now. Love what he's doing. I'm shocked to hear that you didn't enjoy the writing for Smith. Because the writing is what I didn't like for Capaldi. Like, he was great. His character arc was great. His stories, for the most part, I thought were mostly meh to meh. I don't subscribe to the favorite doctor business. Fair enough, Amber Doodles. Frenchie is definitely not safe, especially with his little arc while spacing the fuck out. Very true. I read that as a literal train, not a train. That's funny. I think it's hilarious how some people are raging about Frenchie being bi. Like, it ain't that deep, bro. Dude, it's not. That's not shocking at all. I think people are upset that they did a cold stop between what seemed to be something they were building between Kimiko and him. I think that's where most of that's coming from. Did Bastion work for you in X-Men 97? Yeah, I thought he worked well enough. I mean, don't tip me. I have examines on disc, but what? I have exams, but discount? I don't know. It is. What is it right now? What is it? What did I get it for? I don't remember. I don't. It probably is. It's not going to tell me the price now, is it? Does I own it? Let's see. So you can get, how many games is this? Okay, so it's $68.99. It's 31% off. For Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep, 358. Hold on, let's just easier do this. 3 games, 3 games, 3 games, 9 games plus 3 and the DLC. So 10 games for $68.99. Not a bad deal. Technically, 3 of those games, those titles are movies, since they didn't actually remake the games, so they just converted them into an animatic. But still, and Call of Duty is $80. Yeah, it's fucking Call of Duty for you. It's a fucking scam. You think A-Train will die this season? If there's anybody that's on the list, it's definitely A-Train. Really looking for, but I think they won't do that just because they just talked about it. But I don't know, man. Maybe. I'm really looking forward to Andor. I don't know if my blood pressure and heart rate is, but I am. Dude, I can't wait either, man. I really am excited for more Andor. Kimiko might be physically safe, but I fear for them all emotionally too. I'm like, no, my babies. No one traumatized them more than they already are. My top 3 are 10, 11, 12, but 10 nails the rage of 12 and the goofiness of 11, and I can flip his attitude and demeanor so quickly. That's very true. That's accurate. He's kind of like an amalgam. Do you think Soldier Boy will be in the season? If so, how do you think it'll be a new Black Noir if he sees them? That's a good point. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm sure he would know immediately that it's not the real one, and I'm not sure how he'll react to it. But I kind of don't know if we will see him, though. I kind of doubt it. Thanks, it's quite a lot, but I'm done with math, so that's good. If you watch the trailer for Ultraman Horizon, it might be a surprise to you. Pixar left the storytelling, and a mashup of Pixar and Spider-Verse animation. I only suggest it because I think you like it. It's fair enough. Just didn't care for a lot of Smith era as a whole, especially season 6. Most of it. One of the most confusing and inconsistent seasons I've ever seen. Smith had great episodes and fun moments, but I didn't feel it. I feel personally attacked. Not really. I kid. But I get it. What do you say your favorite movie soundtracks for the MCU? Guardians, probably. Guardians 1. My speech was better. Capaldi's final... Which speech was better? Capaldi's final speech in Encore, or The Rings of Akaten? Which one? Hold on. Oh. I'm gonna go with Capaldi's final speech. They're both really good. They're both so good. But I might have to go with Capaldi's final one. You didn't love Capaldi's Killer Sleepy Eye Goop episode? Why ever not? Yeah, there's some weird ones, man. Next author has to be Ginger. 10 wanted to be Ginger. and we still haven't got it. Dude, they've all wanted to be Ginger, and they haven't got it yet. Still have the opinion of when it comes to New Who, we've never had a bad doctor, as far as I know. I'll say one of my least favorites, I will say, is 3. 3 and Colin Baker, I think. Some of them, I honestly get their names mixed up. Yeah, and Colin Baker. I could not stand Colin Baker's doctor, man. What have I missed so far? A lot. I'm trying to sign off. We were caught up, but then conversation picked up again. A-Train with Dicing Death has been dancing with death since the first season. It's kind of why I think it could go either way. That's very true. As in dead or no dead. Big fan of Capaldi's doctor. Likewise. How realistic would Coulson and Butcher's chemistry clash? Oh, it would clash so hard. What do you think would happen if Homelander didn't kill Noir at the end of season 3? I think we would still be in a very similar position as we are right now, and he would have... I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think it would change much. Axel, no depression. Waters of Mars is the best episode of Doctor Who, period. I mean, is that the one I'm thinking of? I wouldn't say that necessarily, but Unhinged 10 being like, time is mine, fuck you, I'm gonna do whatever I want, because whatever, that power trip, his fear of death, and his ego overriding everything else, top tier moment of the whole franchise. Watch The Boys get Jared next. And first Soldier Boy, every reaction shouts reunion. What is the Mars is one of my favorite 10 moments. No one should have that much power. Tough. What was that? What does he say? The laws of time are mine and they will obey me. Oh God, like him just fucking losing his shit. And then at the end of the day, all he had to do is live with the regret and ignore it. Oh, it's so good. 10 had a really fucking great storyline, man. Have a great one, y'all. I got chores to do, but I don't want to do, but I got it to do. Everyone has a great fabulous weekend ahead. You too, Summer. Agent Shield really had to go for the Star Wars move of cutting off someone's hand. Not the last time the show pushes the Star Wars button. Okay. One thing that could happen that would be Sword Noir to throw Soldier Boy instead of Queen Maeve. I mean, I guess so. It's quite possible. You think one of the boys is going to die in season 4? It's like the 4th person to ask that question. I don't think any of the boys are going to die. I do think someone in the 7, maybe the Deep, maybe Ashley, maybe, not that she's in the 7, but in VOD, but or A-Train. I think one of them might die. If anybody of the boys may die, I could see it being Frenchie, Kimiko, or Eminem. That's it right now. Any thought on plans to play Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC for Elden Ring? Yeah, I just logged in to make sure I was equipped for it. I'm like level 266 on my save, so I think I'm okay. I think the recommended level was 100 and something, but I don't remember. So yeah, I think I'm good. I haven't ordered it though yet. I still feel Tennant is the best actor to have played the Doctor. Every speech he had, I bought absolutely. See, when we're talking about that, though, that's where it gets real tough, because I think all of them are phenomenal with what they've been given. Will we get more Homelander Green Goblining? Who knows? They're all going to have you-know-what that leaves me. Balls are beyond his understanding. Have you heard of the Bot International YouTube channel? Yes. I've only seen like a handful of things from it, though. How long before they see the Daleks again? Probably a minute. It'll probably be a little while. Yes, my favorite character on The Boys, Eminem. Shut up. You know what I meant. How about the girls? I think we're all fine. I think they're all fine. Anyway, I'm caught up again, so we're going to call it here. I'm going to get some dinner. Everybody, have a great rest of your weekend. I've enjoyed our chats, and I will see you guys next week. And yes, Ten's regeneration was one of the saddest moments growing up. Super heartbreaking. The I don't want to go, classic pain heart stab moment. Anyway, take it easy, everybody.